almost time for the Pride Month and Pride Parade in Toronto, and this year, Police Chief Mark Saunders has applied to have the police back in the parade and back in uniform. We're going to talk about that today with the Toronto Sun's resident lipstick lesbian, Sue-Ann Levy.
You like my lipstick?
I like your lipstick.
What
do you think? Should the police come back in?
Absolutely. I think it was a travesty that they weren't in the parade last year. I think on principle, and the fact that the Pride officials, the organization, extol the virtues of tolerance and inclusivity, the police should have been in last year. And I'm not just talking about gay cops who felt very hurt by being excluded from the parade, but all police officers. And the great irony, I attended the parade, was that most of the officers were standing on the sidelines in uniform providing security, but they weren't allowed to march. I've never understood that disconnect.
Well, you make a good point about tolerance, but also there's some repair work to be done. I know there's ill will between the gay community and the police over the Bruce McArthur case, but I mean, it's got to start. The work of putting it back together has to start, right?
Well, I think the police chief is trying, and I know that there have been discussions since last summer with Pride about putting the police back in the parade. And unfortunately, I think that particularly the executive director of Pride, Olivia Newama, is very much taking her marching orders from Black Lives Matter. And
where have they been? But where's Black Lives been? Where have they been?
Damn if I know. I mean, you know, they seem to have disappeared. And look at many of the people who were murdered in the Bruce McArthur murder were visible minorities.
Yeah, men of color.
Yeah, men of color. So, you know, where was Black Lives Matter? Where have they been? I don't know. Maybe their chief organizer, Desmond Cole, has been busy with other stuff.
Well, it's hard to say. Do you think the police will be permitted back into the parade? What's your gut feeling?
I don't think so. Absolutely not.
Really?
Vancouver has already banned police from their parade, so they've set the precedent. And I think that, you know, as I say in my column today, I think that that Pride is actually playing games with everybody, with the police, with the media, and they want to get their grants, their city grants and their their provincial grants. And once they get their grants, on June 1st, they'll say, oh, sorry, we just don't feel comfortable having the police in the parade.
Is City Hall going to step in? Will there be any change in funding over this?
Well, they should. They should. It's an election year. So, I mean, to me, that tells me that they will not have the guts to stand up to Pride and withhold their $260,000 grant. But remember, Liz, it's not just the grant. It's not just the $260,000, but they provide policing free of charge, and they also provide cleanup services and permit services. So all told, it's almost $1 million in money that is provided to Pride.
Well, let's hope that saner heads prevail, because it would be really a shame if the police were excluded again for all kinds of reasons.
I wish I could say so, but I don't think it's going to happen.
Let us know what you think by tweeting or going on Facebook. What's your opinion? Should the police be in the Gay Pride Parade? Let us know.
And about my lipstick, too.